Are you used to this kind of thing with her?
Maybe not used to.
Will you ever get used to it, you think?
He needs to.
I don't know. She keep changing stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she keep changing stuff. It started, we were supposed to be doing these videos. That's what she was. Next thing you know, I was doing these videos.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
did
so-
turn into. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It wasn't. So you guys, we are here in this beautiful kitchen with our friends Peggy and Kevin, and we're talking marriage. That's what we're talking. And it's kitchen talk.
Kitchen talk.
Kitchen talk. That's what my sister said. Kitchen talk. So yeah, if you know us, we're in the kitchen a lot. Typically not together, but we're in the kitchen. And so today we're gonna talk about part of many of our marriage vows that says through sickness and in health. And if you guys know anything about myself, I'm Kenya. This is my husband Rendell. We have again been challenged with health issues with him, and a lot of times you can feel like you're doing it all alone when you're going through it. Just kind of feel like you're just on your own journey. And we're just so blessed to have friends that we know we share life with, we do life with. And Peggy and Kevin, have you guys had to have sickness on your plate through marriage?
We have.
Yeah, we have. I had in 2010, on my dad's birthday, I found out I had cancer.
Really?
Adrenal cancer.
Adrenal cancer. And I also found out on that day I liked morphine.
You say you lack or
I
you
like.
like?
You like
I like past tense.
So I've never had anyone to talk about the experience of morphine, like never.
So it was very relaxing.
Okay.
There was no more pain.
Oh,
Yeah, and it was very comfortable. And
Really?
it just you were just relaxed.
so before morphine, was it a lot of pain?
It was. They thought I had gallstones.
Okay.
It was like throwing up every 3 or 4 minutes.
Oh,
They thought I had gallstones, and they came back and said, "No, it's something else. We're gonna send you downtown Orlando."
okay.
I said, "Do I get another shot of morphine? You can send me wherever you want."
Really? So with the morphine entering into the picture, and if you were in such excruciating pain, what did you think when they could just like give you something that take it away?
I'd be like, "Okay, I can't do this long term, but it feels really good today."
Okay. So
Right
did you
now.
ever think you would get addicted to
I
it?
did not. I
Okay.
did not. It was like, because I knew it wasn't. It's like,
Mhm.
this was just like, we're going to figure out what this is, and they're going to stop giving me this.
Okay.
And, yeah, so we had that. That was in June.
Okay.
July 29th, that same, just a month later, I had my first surgery. And then August 16th, I had my second surgery. First one was take out the adrenal glands
Okay.
and
Plus
the
a few
tumors.
other things.
Yeah, and the tumors that were associated with it. They were large tumors, like the size of a softball or
I've never
softball.
heard of adrenal gland cancer.
Yeah, well, I hadn't either.
It's a rare thing, and we've been told that many
Yeah.
times.
Not until you told me, and I had never heard of it before then. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to say that before I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, never heard of it.
So I had that, and I had thyroid, my thyroid out because I had thyroid cancer on August 13th. So in 3 weeks, I got to see twice at the hospital, and it was just a wonderful, lovely
Wow.
time.
Peg, that's what you remember? It was a lovely
It was
time.
a lovely time. Yeah, because I went home to sleep. Yeah, I was sleeping in my own bed,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
So did it challenge, like,
Well, it wasn't so much the surgery then. I have to go every 6 months for a checkup.
okay,
My endocrinologist thinks she's always concerned that the surgery the cancer will return. So she checks every 6 months. So every 6 months, I have a an ultrasound
Still, right now, you still
every 6 months, because she's looking for cancer,
Really?
looking for it to come back.
So what do you think every 6 months? What are
Uh,
you thinking?
I used to be concerned about it.
Okay.
Now I'm like, okay, if
Okay.
it comes back, it comes back. If it don't, it'll be all right either way.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it.
And Peggy, what are you thinking? As the wife, like, what do you, because you're watching it from the sidelines, but
Yeah.
still in it.
It's a little scary, but I think his attitude a lot of the
Okay.
time has to do with my attitude. And same for both of us, you know. So when he's feeling positive about it, of course I'm gonna feel
Right.
more positive.
Right.
We-
But there's been a couple of times that he has actually voiced that he's been nervous, you
Okay.
know, and of course that
Need you to-
makes me
Right.
think, okay, well, if he's feeling this, then
Maybe
there
you
may be
should.
something there,
Yeah,
you know, but,
And the reason is my cancer numbers are always not where the endocrinologist wants them to be. So she's always suspicious that she's gonna find something. But I don't worry about it anymore.
Right.
You know, I've even thought about, you know, what happens if I die. And I was thinking about it one day we were talking about it, like, even if I die in a room by myself, I will not die alone.
Right.
I will never be alone.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
So why do you
like-
say that?
Why do I say that?
Yeah, why do you say
Oh,
that?
because I know that Jesus is gonna
That's
be with
right.
me. You know, that
That's right.
I will never ever be alone.
That's right.
So it doesn't bother me anymore. You know, now it bothers you some.
Yeah.
it does,
Yeah.
you know, like you said,
Uh-huh.
outside looking in, yeah.
You're in the fight, but it's not you that's in pain.
Right,
It's, yeah,
right,
yeah.
and you see what the body has to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest part for me when he was actually when he had his surgeries. Just watching his body, just fight and fight, and that it just tears at the
Mhm.
heart. You know?
So when you first thinking back to before this part, like at the beginning of marriage, did you know that he had fight in him, like what you had to actually witness?
I knew that there was determination
Mm-hmm.
in him. Even early on, before, I guess when we were dating, I knew that. I had seen it already.
Okay.
But the kind of fight that he had to endure
Mhm.
with this sickness
Mhm.
was so totally different than determination,
Right.
you know. So it was eye opening, heart opening,
Did you
just
see
a lot
parts
of emotions.
of each other that you hadn't seen before that?
But with that happening, we got married.
Oh, God.
Bleep, bleep.
Because the person you married is not the person you dated.
At all.
You know? The
No.
person you married was nice and sweet.
No, right,
always
right,
considerate.
right. So did you think that his whole demeanor, his whole personality changed? Like, did he even going through it, was he mean? Did he get like, oh, you're just not the person, like,
No,
that's awesome.
No, he never was. I mean, you do hear those stories
Uh-huh.
like that. But
Uh-huh.
Kevin has always, even from the very beginning with our dating, he has always been very supportive.
Okay.
And he is one that can take a lot of pain, a lot thrown at him, and he comes out on the other side just as shining as anybody, you know. And that's really one of the great things that I really do admire about him, because he is so determined and he is so Christ-centered that
That's good.
whatever's thrown at him, he's gonna give it his all,
That's good.
you know.
That's good.
So,
Yeah, we've had the discussion that You know, Jesus is not gonna give you more than you can handle.
Right.
I wish sometimes he thought less of me than he does.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I wish he
right,
didn't think so
right,
highly.
Right,
Now, you
right,
can give me a little bit
right.
less.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
And
agree.
we always viewed, or I always viewed marriage as a covenant.
Mhm,
You know, it was a promise to me,
mhm.
and I was never, ever gonna go back on that promise,
That's good.
no matter what.
Mhm,
And we had some tough, no matter what, you know.
It's really tough no matter what.
And there was no plan B. You know, I wasn't gonna do something else.
mhm.
This was it. Now I'm sure there was some times that I came close to, you know, death by cast iron. You know?
Is that skillet?
That's a
That we heard about?
Well, she told me I can get a kidney.
Yeah. You might get a choice here. You want the left or the right?
So y'all, Peggy told Rendell if Kevin acts up, he just might be giving Rendell a
You ready,
kidney.
kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, either
Choice
one.
from either one.
Yeah, you can choose. You want the left one or the right one?
Oh goodness. Yeah. So you were, do you say you were, I guess mentally kind of prepared for whatever became in marriage, and you guys have just kind of gone through it.
But when we got married, we moved away. I got a job in Orlando.
Mhm.
She was 8 months pregnant. We moved to Orlando not knowing a soul,
Mm.
and
Poor
her 8
doctor.
months pregnant.
Mm.
Cause she wasn't gonna stay home
Right.
with her mom and dad. She was
Right.
going with me. So we went to Orlando 8 months pregnant, not knowing anybody.
So was that like your first challenge in marriage?
Um,
Moving.
Probably,
yeah,
yeah, because we pretty much got pregnant right away.
Okay.
yeah. We
No.
couldn't afford birth control, but we could afford doctor. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I like it.
It was a challenge, but you know what? We grew in that challenge, and we learned to depend on each other,
Right.
because that's
That's
all
all
we
you had was
There
each
wasn't
other.
nobody else.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, we always had church friends, and
Right.
we did
Right.
rely on them
Right.
some,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
but it was never family or,
Right.
you know.
Right.
It was the
anything
two
like
of you guys.
And that was probably the best thing for us, was moving away
Yeah.
from home.
Mhm.
that. It made us grow up really quick.
Mhm.
Because there is you can't run home to mama, you can't go complain to daddy, you know.
How long have you guys been married?
We've been married 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah, we started dating November 13th, 1978, and we
Huh.
got married July 24th, 82.
Huh.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Man.
did she drill that in your head that would make you remember that?
That, you go out there and look at her car tag. Her car tag is our anniversary day.
Oh, okay.
That way, every day when I walk into the
So you
garage,
know it.
I look,
Okay.
and there was,
Okay.
there on her car was
Yeah.
our anniversary. I remember that. That's our anniversary. Yeah. That was intentional. And I was like, this boy needs help, we gonna give him help.
Well, yeah, I figured that we could like hear something that we hadn't heard, and just knowing it is a challenge to go through that part of those vows, through
Yeah.
sickness. Like you have the health part, whatever part, and then when the sickness shows up,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
And,
real.
you know, and when you go into marriage, you think, oh, this person I dated, but no, this person's been keeping all their baggage from you.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Well, when they get in the house with you, they empty their baggage. You
Can't
know?
hide it no longer.
Yeah,
I heard a pastor once said that who you're dating, that's their representative.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's their representative. That is not the person you're gonna marry.
Yeah.
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 So I
And so that, you know, better or worse, and you
Mhm.
take whatever comes, better or worse.
And that's what she waited till she got married to me, and that's when she came out.
Yeah.
She's the sweet
We know
person.
better than
She
that.
was the sweet person cooking every day. And
Yeah.
got
he was
cookies.
like, "Oh, come over
got
there and
cookies
you
and-
have those cookies and
Then we got married 3 months later. She ain't cooked yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
3 months
wild.
out.
Yeah, it was
And,
wild.
and I see, I would go to her house and it's, they'd have biscuits every meal. And it was fantastic.
Fantastic.
Melt in your mouth biscuits.
My mom did them really well.
So did you think that Peggy was making them?
No, he knew better than that.
I was hoping, well, you know, Peg been around her mom and her grandmom and she could make these biscuits.
Huh.
It didn't quite happen that way.
She can make everything but biscuits, dumplings, and Alfredo sauce.
Yeah.
Can't do
Chili.
it.
She don't make chili.
Oh. The Alfredo sauce. The Alfredo sauce is so simple. You can make Alfredo sauce.
Yeah, she
Just
can
some
do that.
heavy
It
cream
tastes
and
great.
some heavy cream and some Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't like using heavy cream.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I would like
Use
to
like
eat
some
it.
almond milk or
Yeah.
Half and half.
okay.
Yeah.
I never tried it with that. I don't know.
That's why we go out to eat our
Yeah.
Italian.
Once
Oh
We don't-
really?
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't know what's it's made with, it just tastes good.
Rendell said, I have to say it. He was like, don't tell her what's in the stew. She might not want to eat it. There's no chili, but she still might not want to eat it.
I've had
Yeah.
your stew though.
Yeah, the
It's
stew
Yeah.
is good. The Brunswick stew is
It's
good.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, y'all, I'm so happy we got to do this video with our friends. They weren't reluctant at all. Yeah. We just did this kind of impromptu because it is so, I didn't even have my remote with my battery. So yeah, that's why it was coming in late. That's why I'm going back off the set in this beautiful kitchen that I just love. So guys, we appreciate you guys for watching with us. Thank you.